Hibs have done it. They are through to the playoffs of the Europa Conference League, and they did it with help from a Kieran Bowie goal that wasn't just good enough to win you a game, it was good enough to almost win you a Champions League final. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. What a goal for Bowie, by the way. Still can't get over it. Definitely the best goal I remember seeing in a very, very long time. Struggling to come up with one better. This guy needs to get in the Scotland setup. Even if he was shit, even if this guy had no legs, I would still put him in the Scotland team for that goal alone, because that was phenomenal. And we've seen some really good goals this weekend in the Scottish Premiership, but Jesus, this was next level. So take a bow, Kieran Bowie. But let's get into the comments and let's see the Hibs fans' reaction from their win against, well, I say win, technically they lost on the night, but they went through on aggregate, and that's all that matters. 4-3 on aggregate, 4-3 over two legs, and Hibs safely into the next round. So, yeah, let's see what the fans are saying. M says, out in the playoff, absolutely struggled against 10-man Partizan side, over 210 minutes of football. You're fucking shite. Well, honestly, I think Hibs probably should have did better against 10-men Partizan. I mean, I could agree with that, but listen, Hibs are a good team. Last year they finished the league on form, arguably the best team in the league for a period of time. They will do better, I think, and I think they've got a good chance against Legia Warsaw. I don't think Legia Warsaw are any better than Belgrade, so to me, if Hibs can beat Belgrade, they can beat Warsaw. Right, B. Horn says, scraped by a bunch of Serbian farmers. Good strike from Bowie, to be fair. Honestly, man, what the fuck is all this negativity from other supporters of other clubs? I mean, let's just give Hibs some fucking credit here. If Hibs scraped by Serbian farmers, then what? Did Rangers lose to what, Czech Republican farmers? I guess when they lost to Pilsen, it's a load of it's a load of shite. And how many times have we seen Celtic get embarrassed in Europe? A lot. So I'd give Hibs credit here. They weren't expected to beat Partizan Belgrade over two legs, but they've done it, and they're into the playoffs. And I think they've got a chance of beating Warsaw, so yeah, I'll give them credit. Alk says, Partizan fan here, I've watched this club for 15 years, and we have never encountered a more lame team. Everything footballing considered, play style, mannerisms, never mind, lost to one at are very low. Wish you all the worst in the future, albeit it will happen regardless. So, bit of a salty Partizan fan there. He's not too happy with what happened at Hibs. He thinks that Hibs are one of the worst teams. Never encountered a more lame team in 15 years. Putting it down to everything from playstyle to mannerisms. Seems like sour grapes to me. Got Adam JHFC says, Jambos and Huns made an arses of themselves tonight. I don't see how. What's this? Juno Zobaki says, you can be thankful to the referees and the UEFA in both matches and feel ashamed at the same time. A young team which fielded mostly 19 to 20-year-old players outplayed you 10 against 11. Tonight, last Thursday, was not about football, it was about questionable decisions. I mean, I think the second yellow was harsh, but I mean, Hibs still won, and that you can't take that goal away from them, so it is what it is. Harvey Price says, absolutely scraped an extra time win against 10 men. What a joke of a club. Bring on the first derby for natural order to be resumed as usual. Just so much fucking bias, man, in Scottish football. No one can give other teams any sort of credit. It's always, I just don't think you really get this with other nations, like where they just constantly run down their other clubs. I get it, domestically, yeah, you can say what you want, but when it comes to the European games, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to back our fellow clubs, or at least give them credit when it's due. Here, you can not want your rivals to do well, but I think if they actually have a good performance and they do Scotland proud, I think the least you can do is actually give them a bit of praise, and we just never see that, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Yangnam Style says, Smith might be the worst keeper I've ever seen, and I had to watch Barkas play. Yeah, I don't rate Smith. I think Smith is pretty poor, and on another night, he could have knocked Hibs out of Europe, so I think they need to get better than him. I think it's been a position that Hibs have struggled with for a while now. Even when they had David Marshall, I think they got a washed up version of David Marshall, and I don't think he was that great at Hibs. So I think we've seen Hibs struggle for a good goalkeeper now for, I'd say, probably like 4 or 5 seasons at least. I think that's definitely an area they can improve on. M says Legia is going to kill you, Kurwa. Some Polish fan there. I disagree. I don't think Legia Warsaw ain't that good. I mean, they lost to a pretty average side, and that's why they're in the Conference League. So we'll see. Abin Trace is getting scudded. The Davy boy Celtic, nice one. Hibs a trip to Cyprus is surely easier on paper. Well, they ain't going to Cyprus. I think they're now going to Poland. Marco Fedancic says, what a lame team. Struggles against the youngest team in UEFA competitions this season in both games with one-man advantage, or should I say two-man advantage. Your fans showed lack of sportsmanship on official Partizan page, and I wish you exit in the next round. So some Partizan fans not happy here. Don't expect them to be happy. They've been knocked out of Europe, but it is what it is. Seems like sour grapes to me. James says, Bowie Ballon d'Or incoming. I mean, it could, with that goal, very well could. Simon Glover, well done, but you need a better keeper. Smith early lost it for Hibs. Yeah, I don't rate Smith. I think he's pretty poor. Jamie Gray says, never mind the goal. Bowie's work rate tonight was exceptional. What a player. James Jimmy Jambo said, thanks for building up the coefficient for our Champions League exploits. All part of Tony Bloom's master plan. I mean, yeah, why not? Hibs here doing doing the groundwork here, doing the dirty work. Hearts next season can come in and reap the rewards. That sounds good to me. Why not? What else have we got? I might do this then, I guess. Not many more fans' reaction to go. Falkirk fans is not even a Hibs fan, but well done. Nice goal by Bowie Messi. So, I mean, a wee bit of credit there, I guess. Tony Swanson says, took a while to go over the line. Pure edge of your seat excitement and trepidation. It was as if Andy Murray did football games. You can't stop watching, but the tension is killing you. Loved every second. Soph says, what a fucking game. Smith, you redeemed yourself massively. Bowie, fucking phenomenal. Every single one of you should be proud. I mean, that's the only thing I would say about Smith. I actually thought he did make some good saves towards the game, but he should have done a lot better for the opening two goals. So, it is what it is. He almost redeemed himself, but he put Hibs in a bad position. He almost put them in the shit, then had to dig them out of it a little bit. Rocco Loco says, you are a joke, but still, a job well done. The evil is eliminated, the small Croatian club Partizan disgrace of Serbia is eliminated, and that is the most important thing. Long live Red Star, long live Muller Serbia. Yeah, there's a massive rivalry like in Serbia between Red Star and Belgrade. These two clubs really do fucking hate each other. I'm not quite sure when it's over. I did have a friend that was a big Red Star Belgrade fan, or Red Star fan, and yeah, he hated Serbia. So I know there's something crazy going on between these two sets of fans. But anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave it there. Hibs are through to the next round. 4 teams in the playoffs. Can we get 4 teams into the league phase? It never happened before, but yeah, first time, I guess, for it. Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, they're all guaranteed to be in there, but can Hibs join them? I hope so. Anyway, that's it. Till next time, peace.